If you have been hesitant about starting a YouTube channel, creating content, starting your own online business, and all that jazz, the people that you see and admire every day, do you think they go through it? Girl, before you start watching this video, everything about this video is wrong. It does not fit the standard YouTube structure of a video. There is no juicy, good hook. There is no, body. There is none of what the gurus tell you is in this video. What you're gonna see is me going through all of the doubts I have or I feel before recording, right? I haven't been on YouTube for a bit and I'm just getting started back up with creating content. We're about to hit a new year. You're about to see exactly the thought process that I go through, and I'm sure that you go through it too. What is your idea of a person that is already on YouTube and seems to be doing well or killing it or has a great business? I want to know, but let's get into the video. I don't know. I don't know what I want to say. I don't know what I want to say. I don't know. I feel stuck. I feel like I cannot create today. I feel like I'm having a bit of a struggle. I feel like everything is not organized and way too organized. I feel like I'm not able to today create from a space of lots of confidence. I feel like shit creating today. Funny because it's currently 7:44 and I've been trying all day to get into the zone of creating. I've written my scripts, I've loaded them onto my teleprompter, I've sat down, I put music on, I started getting ready to talk to you guys and shit. First of all, let's talk about the fact that I've been gone. I have not been here in a while. So much has happened. Also, a lot of shit making me feel like, I'm sorry for all the shits, but just making me feel like I'm not doing everything right or I'm not doing anything right. And I'm sharing this with you because I know that you feel the same way, or you probably feel, which is what I've been feeling, whatever I say is not going to come out the right way. I'm going to deliver it the wrong way. Nobody's going to want to watch. All of those things start coming to me. They start flooding in. Or it's just that I don't know what to talk about. I don't know what to share about. So what you're looking at right now is me when I am in the mode of being stuck. And I know that so many of you are probably going through this and have probably started your YouTube channel and never continued it. And there could be so many reasons why that's happening. And I know that it happens to me. So I wanted to just create a transparent video because I have not been here in a while and just talk about the changes that are happening because I'm changing. Will they like it? Will they accept it? Will they want to grow with me? Or if you haven't started your journey yet, you're probably thinking, who is your audience? Will they like you? Will they watch what you have to say? Will you be interesting enough? Like the people that we see on YouTube that are completely killing it. If you've been feeling this way, I want you to continue watching this video. No matter how you feel, no matter what you're going through, I want you to create a YouTube channel for 2023, and I'm going to share exactly what you really need to focus on in order to do that. So listen, there are so many places that you can create amazing video content on, so many platforms, so many places to start, so many things to do in the online space. And so in my experience, I've been in the online space for over a decade. Things change every day. We see how often Instagram changes. We see how YouTube changes, TikTok. Every day I feel like there's an algorithm update or something that we need to tap into and start doing things differently and all that jazz. And honestly, it is something that you have to think about when you are starting to create content in the online space. But one thing that I've noticed is diving too deep into thinking about the algorithm stops you from creating any damn thing at all. So even moving into 2022, there are things that I'm going to change about this YouTube channel that we are currently on. And I know that it's going to resonate with some people and some people are just not going to get it. And I'm totally okay with that. Now, in the past year, I've gone through mental breakdowns, creator burnout. I've gone through so many things, but I can say I've still been able to sustain a multiple six-figure income. And doing that with a really small audience is something that I have invested so much in coaching to learn how to do. You see, I am a creative at heart. I have a video on this channel where I talk about being a multi-passionate business owner and wanting to do 5,000 things at the same time. But I have managed to understand first how to make money with a smaller audience. And when I expand or explode, finally, when the algorithm decides to pick me up, it's going to be absolutely amazing. But I want to share a few things with you guys today as to what you should really think about when you are creating content in 2023, or if you are starting a YouTube channel in 2023, this advice is what you need to think about. Now, the first one is being nicheless. That's the conversation that's happening everywhere. And I can see that in 2023, this is going to resonate on a deeper level for everyone. And so, of course, in online business, we hear niches is equal to riches. But when we think about creators that we're seeing online, I'm seeing everyone on TikTok saying, hey, you can create a Nicheless account and that's totally fine. Now, these are two different things, to be honest. And the reason why I've been able to make multiple six figures as a business owner with a YouTube channel for marketing is that I did niche down, right? I focused on a specific type of video content so I can really activate an audience. But I will say what happens when you do that is that you hit a ceiling of content that you've created and it kind of just stops there. Now, as a creator, of course, I struggled with that. I've been struggling with that for a while now because I'm naturally a creative, right? I can get up and write and, paint and create content, like just leave the camera to run. Like I'm very creative like that. And having to put myself in a box is super stressful. So this year on the channel, I'm going to expand my legs for content a bit, right? And I actually had to hire a coach in order to help me understand how I can implement this vision. So that's one of the changes that I'm bringing in. But for you, I want you to think about you building a personal brand. Now, contrary to what I'm saying, I have built a really powerful personal brand. I started out that way, and then I invested in figuring out how to make great money, with a small audience. So I really stopped creating the content that I was creating and really zoned in and focused on understanding business on a deeper level. And I'm still learning. We're all still learning every day, but I've learned so much because I've invested thousands of dollars, hundreds of thousands of dollars, and so much time. Like I said, I've been in the online space for over a decade. I've been working for myself for the past 7 years in the online space. So that should give you a bit of understanding. P.S. If you want to learn more about what I do and have deeper conversations about online business, video content, how to create video content that really garners an audience and converts in order to grow your business, get into my Facebook group. I'm going to leave that link below because you want to make sure that you do that. So you're probably wondering, XayLi, how do I start a personal brand if I'm just starting a YouTube channel? You have to understand yourself. What could you talk about on and on and on for a long period of time? What lights you up? What gets you super excited? For me, lots of different things get me excited, but I love online business. I love thinking about money mindset. I love the entrepreneurial lifestyle that I've been living for the past 7 years. I low-key love gossip, which is, I had to really come to terms with that. And when I say gossip, every time there's a trendy pop culture-y story out there, I am the person that is thinking about how does this translate into online business? How can I tell my people more about, a launch that someone is having or doing for their album, and, how we can think about that in terms of an online business? What can we learn from the business moves that music creatives or music artists what am I saying, artists are doing. How can we pull that into our online businesses? Like, what can we do to mimic that? I love breaking those things down, but I've never brought that to my channel. So there are so many aspects of myself that I'm going to bring to my channel in 2023. And I want you to sit down and write those things down. Write down things that you're passionate about. Write down things that you're currently learning about and things that you're interested in, taking someone along the journey with. But also, if you are a business owner and you have a product or a service, you want to create content about that as well. The other thing that's going to make your channel different, if you do decide to start a YouTube channel in 2023, your content is going to be different, because if you're thinking about yourself and how you can pour into that channel, your stories are going to be different. For example, the way that I started my online business is completely different from what I see online. I remember recently someone shared about all the kids. They shared shout out to the entrepreneurs who were kids selling candy. Like, those are the only people that make it in the online entrepreneurial space, or being an entrepreneur or a business owner. And I'm like, I never sold candy a day in my life. It was just something that I never did. And I honestly really got comfortable with selling only when I really decided it was my business or nothing, like, and that was a few years ago. And so I want you to think about that, right? Really start thinking about what stories that you have that are different from everyone else's, and the way that your journey is or was created is not, how everybody else's was created either. So when you're pouring into your channel for 2023 and you're pouring into your personal brand, those are the things that are going to differentiate you from everyone else. The last thing is tap into your uniqueness, right? There are certain things that I do that I've developed along the way, and some of them I've just developed them out of basic need to do that. Example, when I first started creating videos, I was nervous, and I realized that when I put on glasses, I felt more confident, and so I started using them. Now I really need glasses. That's a whole other story. But I started putting on glasses just to feel snazzy and confident, and that became a part of my brand. So now I like sourcing funky glasses in order to wear and put on, and it's become a part of my brand. So your personal brand can also be visual, especially when you're on YouTube. And this is not for everybody. There are different elements that you can incorporate yourself, but that's something that has worked really well for me. Decision fatigue. In 2017, I remember I had dropped everything I was doing in New York and moved to Dallas on a whim. And when I first moved to Dallas, I was saving my money in order to, be able to live comfortably and do the things I wanted, invest in things I wanted. And so I started just wearing black. So I would wear a black turtleneck and black slacks. I had an office that I would go to work, to get work done. And when I moved to Dallas, I had my own business already, just so that you have some context there. But I would just wear black turtlenecks, and I started actually recording in those, and now it's become a part of my brand. For me, another thing that is unique about me is my Trinidadian accent. I was born in Trinidad and Tobago, and that's something that kept me back from creating content for so long. And it's crazy because as I get older and as my business matures and as I really claim my space online, I can see so much growth in more of me coming out to play. Example, last year, I really strongly introduced my partner into my business because he moved from New York City to Dallas, and we both live here now. There are just different elements that you're going to start putting into your channel, and I want you to stand on your uniqueness and on the story that you're building along the way. If you've enjoyed this video, I hope I've inspired you, to start a YouTube channel, and I hope I've given you different ideas from what everyone else talks about. I hope I've given you some different ideas, hopefully as a business owner, with how you can incorporate elements of yourself to start building a personal brand. Let me know if you want to see a video on how you can merge just content about yourself and your personal brand while marketing your business as well, right? I want you to get really confident on camera, and I feel like that's something that could be helpful, but I'll only create that video if you let me know that you want to see it. All right, guys, I love you. I adore you. I thank you for stopping by. If you felt like this video hit in some way, please subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.